Okay, رقم واحد. Let's look at the reading.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تمثيل الشاشات أمامنا
No, it's not Quran.
Okay.
No tajweed, just nice and now look,
تمثيل الشاشات أمامنا بعبارة حلوة تهتف بها دنيا ولا تجد ما يساويها أو ما يعادلها.
Take it word by word, right? Like this, for example, ولا تجد ما يساويها أو
ما يعادلها روعة وجمالا.
Good.
تقول العبارة على لسان سيد الخلق محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام. وأنا علي جمع الخطاب وأنتم تعرفون حكايتها يوم خرج الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام مع أصحابه.
Good. So let me read it, inshallah, and then we'll consider, inshallah. So we're going to go to the meaning, inshallah, as well. There should be a fatha on the ta. Tamtali'u. Huh? There's a kasra. Tamtili'u. Is tamtali'u الشاشة أمامنا بعبارة حلوة تهتف بها الدنيا ولا تجد ما يساويها أو ما يعادلها روعة وجمالا. تقول العبارة على لسان سيد الخلق محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام. وأنا علي جمع الحطب وأنتم تعرفون حكايتها يوم خرج الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام مع أصحابه وجاء وقت الطعام وتم توزيع المسؤوليات على الجميع وإذا بالرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام ينطق بهذه العبارة خالدة يحاول أصحابه أن ينحدوا عنه بهذا الإبل فيرفض. إنه يبى إلا أن يشاركهم العمل بنفسه بيده لكي يصبح له الحق في الطعام. يا أيها الدنيا يا أيتها الدنيا اسمعي وأنا علي جمع الحطب. يا أيتها الدنيا اسمعي وأنا على جمع الحطب. قال أبو هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه دخلت السوق let's do number one, inshallah. All right, next one. Good. So, did anybody do the translation or try to define and look for the meaning or?
I did, but it's funny. I tried.
Huh?
I did, but it's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Huh?
I tried, but when you try to do word by word, it's funny. Yeah.
It's funny, but what you have to do is once you do it word by word, then you put it in context, right? You try to grammatically put it in English, right? But let me hear it sounding. Read it in English, but with the Arabic order.
Oh no, I reordered it.
Okay, that's good.
The screen in front of us is filled with colorful words.
Good. Halwatin with sweet words, right?
Sweet words.
Sweetness, right? Right. تمتلئ الشاشة تمتلئ الشاشة أمامنا بعبارة حلوة. Our screen, like all that we're able to see, right? Our lens, because they didn't have TV in those times. Shasha is screen. Shasha, we say TV screen, computer screen, but what is shasha? Our, whatever we can perceive, like whatever we can encompass with our sight, is filled, right? Amamuna is whatever we can see in front of us. It is filled up with this sweet statement. Ibaratin halwatin. What did you get, Amshad?
You get sweet word painted. I put ahead.
Huh?
Ahead.
Amamana, yeah, Amamana in front of us.
And then the ibaratin is phrase.
Good phrase, good.
And then people acclaim. That's why acclaimed by the world. By the world.
Again?
Acclaimed by the world.
تحتف بها الدنيا. So it's basically acclaimed, it's recognized by all the world, right? Yeah, dunya.
تحتفل is clean.
تحتف. If you say تحتف, then it's under تحت. So you have to be careful with the ha. تحتف بها الدنيا, but you can look it up. I want you to look it up. I want you to look it up. It
had like 6 meanings, so that was a clause. It had like 6 meanings.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
ولا تجد.
And there's nothing like it made or equivalent in glamour or beauty.
MashaAllah, you're poetic. That's Tanzania, right?
That's Chef Google.
I said Google, MashaAllah. You put the proper melody in it. Good. لا تجد, right? You would not find. ولا تجد ما يساويها. What is comparable to it? What is equal to it?
What is equivalent?
What is equivalent to it? أو ما يعادلها. وما يعادلها. ما يعادلها روعة وجمالا. You know, we say هذا شيء رائع, right? Ra, like it's amazing, right? Ra, like it stands out. So here you would not find, you won't do justice in comparing something to it, right? Something to it in its amazingness, rawatan wa jamalan, and in its beauty.
What about splendor?
Splendor, yeah, jamalan, beauty, it all includes it. But jamalan is beauty, and the proof for this, rawatan is like.
It has also multiple meaning, both splendor, amazing, glamour,
yeah.
like 6.
Good. Yeah, rawatan, so it's like amazing. Ra'a, yeah. Jamalan. So here, ما يعادلها so ما لا تجد لا ولا تجد, you will not find. أو ما يعادلها, ما here means, doesn't mean what man here you won't also. ما is you won't. وما يعادلها, right? روعة وجمالا. تقول العبارة على لسان, and the phrase, right? The phrase or what? العبارة, statement, right? العبارة, statement.
Says that phrase.
The phrase العبارة على لسان, right? Upon the tongue. على لسان سيد الخلق,
Master of the Creator.
Sayyid al-Khalq, right? The master of the
Greatest creation.
the greatest of creation, yeah, Sayyid. But also his master, like Sayyid al-Mursaleen, like when you say Sayyidi, master, right? Sayyid, yeah, Sayyid. Like there was one Sahaba, Sayyid ibn Sayyid, right? Right, the one that is was known for his position and his son's position as well in the sight of the Prophet. Muhammadun alayhi as-salatu was-salam. Alayhi, upon him, right? Upon him. Alayhi as-salatu. As-salatu, salat in itself means prayer. As-salat. But salah here means like sending your blessings upon them, right? Salutations. So it is not that we pray to Muhammad, right? So if it's translated literally and we send in the prayers, right? We're praying, but we do not pray to Muhammad. So as-salatu was-salam. So we send salutations and peace. Was-salam. As-salam is peace.
Can you not use prayers because alayhi is upon him?
Upon him, huh?
Pray upon.
If you say praying upon him,
Pray.
But praying should not be appropriate.
yeah, praying first now. We should say salutation. Yeah. Because one of the companions asked him, right, when the ayah, when the verse was revealed, Inna salata, right? إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Right? Verily the angels, verily Allah, God, the angels, yusalluna. If you translate it literally, they pray upon the Prophet. O you who believe, sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. So the Sahaba said, the companion said, O Messenger of Allah, we know how to pray to Allah, but how do we pray to you? He said, you know, what you do is you send salutation, and that's it. Like for example, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, and that's when he said that, the salutation of Ibrahim. Oh Allah, peace be upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad, as you send your peace upon Abraham and the family of Abraham, etc. So that's what it means. So it's not literally. So some things when they translate it literally, it gives a different connotation. So that we know that worship is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is not released in class, but yeah, we just gotta make sure that these terms get translated correctly. وَأَنَا عَلَيَّ جَمْعُ الْحَطَبِ. أَنَا عَلَيَّ جَمْعُ الْحَطَبِ وَأَنْتُمْ وما هذا جمع وأنا عليها جمع الحطب. I want to see the translation in that.
I am on it collecting the firewood.
Okay.
And I upon the other firewood.
وأنا علي علي جمع الحطب. What did anybody find? Anybody? Share with me. Huh?
I am collecting firewood, that's what I have. But I don't know.
See, when you have a statement, I'm going to show you something. When you have a statement like this, that is a hadith, right? then what you do is you just search it on Share Google, right? You just search it on Share Google, and then you translate it, or you find the hadith itself, and you find the translation of it in meaning and so on. So here, خلاص السيد البصري البصر فقالوا يا رسول الله نحن نكفيك، فقال قد علمت أنكم تكفيني ولكني أكره أن نتميز عليكم، فإن الله يكره من عبدها غيره فميزا بين أصحابه فقام صلى الله عليه وسلم وزنحه. Okay, now to tell you the whole story, right? Here, what it means is that when the companions were with him and they were working, he went and he got his hands in the dirt and he also worked, right? Right? He went and he started collecting wood, he started working. And he said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like when his servants, right, consider himself better than others, right? He didn't want to be distinguished. So this is why sometimes people would come and they would look for him and they won't distinguish him because he'll be amongst the people. The same thing Umar ibn Khattab, the same thing, that's their way. So he didn't have a special like garment. He wasn't on a particular place, he was observing his companions working, but he was also engaged in humbly in working as well. So he says, upon me is also to carry wood. Upon me is also to, and in another statement he said that when they were building the first mosque, he said that work is worship. Work is worship. So he considered that him carrying the bricks, because they would say, Ya Rasulullah, why are you carrying the bricks? Leave it, we'll carry it. Stays. And he said, no. Al-amal ibadah. Work is worship. So that's the statement. وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْرِفُونَ مَا مَعْنَى وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْرِفُونَ.
And you know this, you know it well.
وَأَنْتُمْ
And you.
Man, antum, you, one.
Plural.
You all.
There you go. So that you can say you, but the meaning is and you all, because anta is one, antuma is two, antum is three or more. Antum is three or more. Three or more. Three or more. Antum is three or more. So wa antum, and because it's three or more, ta'arif is one. Ta'arifan is two, ta'arifun is three or more. So it also gets the same rule. Wa antum ta'arifuna. So I want you to circle the waw and the noon. Circle the waw and the noon. Ta'arifuna. Right? So that you can, whenever you look at it, you remember that when you add, when you're saying a present tense verb, fi'l mudari', plural, you add waw and noon, and then if it's dependent on the position of the sentence, it could be ya and noon. So whenever it's plural, like for example, Muslim, one Muslim. Musliman, alif wa noon, two Muslims. Right? Muslima, Muslima, one Muslima. One woman Muslim, Tamarbuta, Muslima. Muslimatan, two Muslim women. Right? In male is Muslimun, waw noon. Right? Three or more Muslim men. For female is Muslimat, alif and ta, Muslimat. So that, just to mark that, so when we, at least you can know that's a present tense verb, ta'rifuna. That is, waw and noon is for plural. Hikayataha.
Its story.
Its story, right? So, hikaya, ha, kaf, alif, ya, ta marbuta, hikaya is story. Ha, her story. What does the ha go back to? Give me the word that ha goes back to. Hikayataha. No, like what is the word in the that we're talking about?
وأنتم تعرفون حكاياتها.
Hikayat. Ha goes back to what? Huh? Look at a word in the previous. Huh? Ibara. Good. So hikayatuha. Hikaya. Right? Hikaya is the word. Hikaya. Or ha. Right? So we put it together. Hikayataha. Right? Hikayataha. So this ha, you have to, whenever you see the ha, this is damir. This is damir, like kitabuhu, his book. Kitabuna, our book. Kitabuka, right? Your book. Kitabuha, her book, right? So here we have to, whenever you see the damir, immediately, right? Immediately, what happens is, right? The lights should turn on in your head, right? 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 The light turns on, like, where does it go back to? Right? You should, that has to be like, what does this go back to? Kitabuha. Her, hikayatuha. Whose story? Her story. The lady's story. No, it's talking about the ibra, the statement itself. The story of that within that statement. Right? What is the story? And that is when I looked into the hadith, you have the whole story of what took place. Here's just giving you the statement of what the Prophet said. But the story of he's with the companions and so on. Hikayataha. Yawma kharaja ar-Rasul alayhi salatu wassalam. The day Yawma kharaja. Yawma kharaja. Let's go literally.
His friends.
Yawma kharaja, the day kharaja, he went out. We could put it in context, but just so you can translate the words first, right? Let's keep it a mess when we translate it in English and it doesn't make sense, but I want you to just get the words. That's the goal in mind by now. I don't want you to understand the poetic feeling and the stories and all that. That goes later. But first to get the meaning of the words, then we'll take step two. We read it over. Now you understand the words. Now we start contextualizing it. Right? So first to understand each word. Yawma, day, kharaja. Kharaja, went out, right? So kharaja means go out, right? Kharaja, went out, right? Or take out, right? Kharaja, ar-Rasulu,
The messenger.
what is it? Is it ar-Rasulu, right? The messenger, right? The messenger. Why? Why is not the Prophet?
Because Rasul has risala, has a message.
Right? Ar-Rasul is a messenger and a-Nabi is a prophet. Right? He is Nabiyyun wa Rasulun, but a-Nabi is a prophet, Ar-Rasul is a messenger. So that's why I say we can go ahead and understand that he is also a prophet, but here Ar-Rasul, they use the word Ar-Rasul, but every messenger is a prophet and not every prophet is a messenger. Right? So a prophet is one like Prophet Aaron, right? He came with Moses, but he wasn't given a book. He came to help Moses. He was a prophet, but Moses was a prophet and was a messenger and prophet. Right? So there's difference in Joshua, who also was with Moses, when he met Al-Khidr, right? When he was a young boy. He was also a prophet, right? But he wasn't a messenger. Ayub, Job, also was a prophet, but wasn't a messenger. Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, was a messenger and a prophet. Moses was a messenger and a prophet. Right? Ibrahim was a messenger and a prophet. Now, they also mentioned that Ismail in the Quran is mentioned as a Rasul also. Right? So then that was a question, did he also receive pages? So let us proceed. Al-Rasul, alayhi, upon him, salatu wassalam. With, good. With. Ashabihi.
His friends.
Huh?
His friends.
With his companions.
Companions. Why? Because the Sahaba and the Sohba has, you have Sadiq, if you say Sadiqun, right, his friends, right, his friends, Sadiq, friend, right, but here's Ashab, companions, right, Suhbah, companionship, right, and that has to come with intimacy, right, with the intimate relationship. Not every person was a companion, right? Right? Ashabihi, ashabihi, and the reason why is ashabihi and not ashabuhu is because it has ma before it, right? Ma, with, right? Ma before it, so it changed the present, it changed the noun into majrur. Ma ashabi. So you can underline that, right? You could put a circle on the ma, and then put a line on the ashabi, and then put a little circle on the kasra, so that you can see, draw a little map in this paper for you, right? And you can put the jar, but at least you can remember that this is important. Why is it kasra? At least you know that ma is before, so it has kasra, the noun has kasra. Waja'a.
It came.
Waja'a.
It came.
Waqtu.
It came the time for.
Or the time entered. Right? Waja'a. Right? Right? The time entered. Ja'a. Or the time arrived. Right? The time arrived. Waja'a waqtu. Tahi.
Cooking food.
Huh?
For cooking food.
Tahi. At-ta'am. Jade.
Cooking food.
Right? And now it came time to cook food. Tahi. Now, but they could have used tabak. Right? So here, that goes with how do they do it, right? So it's like barbecue, right? And then need the wood and so tahitam. Tahitam. Watamma. And ended, right? Tamma. Watamma. So the Prophet ﷺ finished, right? He finished tawzi'u, distributed, tawzi', like for example, tawzi' al-kitab, distributing the book, tawzi' al-qalam, tawzi' al-murattab, distributing the salary, tawzi', right? So here, tamma tawzi' المسؤوليات على الجميع. So
responsible for the group.
So he distributed the responsibility to all. So he completed organizing, and when it's time to prepare the food, he distributed responsibilities. You bring the wood, you bring this, you bring the chicken, you bring the roti, you bring this, right? You bring these things, right? You didn't get me. I pointed at you. You didn't react. I was talking to you. Yeah, I was talking to each one. Some of you looked and were like, okay, I'm going to go get the word. So that's it. Yes, so here, he distributed tawzi' al-mas'uliyat ala upon al-jami'. upon everyone, right? The al-jami'a, all that are present. وَإِذَا بِالرَّسُولِ وَإِذَا بِالرَّسُولِ.
If from the Prophet or if the Prophet.
Right, and with the Prophet, right? وَإِذَا, and when with the Prophet. وَإِذَا when بِالرَّسُولِ, with the Prophet, with the Messenger. وَإِذَا بِالرَّسُولِ عليه الصلاة والسلام ينطق بهذه العبارة الخالدة. ينطق
Raises.
huh?
Raises, to raise. Get up.
He utters.
Oh.
مثلا سورة النجم وما ينطق عن الهوى. He does not speak of his own desires.
No, I'm giving
Right?
you.
See? So now you have a word from the Quran. ينطق وما ينطق عن الهوى. ينطق بهذه العبارة الخالدة. And he utters this statement. And what is that? What is the خالدة? خالدة. Very good. Timeless.
Timeless, immortal.
Good. So خالدة. This statement that look, even until now we're talking about it, right? Over 1400 years. خالدة. ويحول أصحابه.
They try. And his companions try.
Right? يحول, and they try, right? يحول, or tried. Here they put it يحول أصحابه. Who? Well, who is the who going back to?
The Prophet,
The messenger. Who? So the damir. Ashab is plural for companions. Who? His companions. And yanhadu anhu. And yanhadu.
To raise.
Lift him.
Huh?
Just lift him.
Good. Yanhadu, to remove, right? To remove, to lift from him, to take from him. ينهد عنه بهذه العبء. Right? To take off this burden, right? To remove from him that this burden. فيرفض.
He refused.
فيرفض. So the verb fa here is so. So yarfud. So he, what did he do?
He refused.
He refused. Right? So the word rafada, refusal. Rafada yarfudu.
Can you use the ignore?
No, he refused. He refused the suggestion, or he rejected he rejected the suggestion, but he is refused. فَيَرْفُضُ رَفَضَ. Yarfudu means to reject, right? To reject or refuse. إِنَّهُ يَأْبَى. So here no. Yarfudu is yarfudu. يرفض. وهي إنه يأبى إلا أن يشاركهم العمل بنفسه. Right? إنه يأبى. So he يشارك بنفسه بيده. So verily he يأبى. What does يأبى mean? يأبى. يأبى.
No, that's not in order.
With.
Ya'ba is also also is refuse. Yaba, for example, yaba is to reject or refuse. So here yarfud is he refuse. Yaba also, like for example, one time the Prophet ﷺ was sick, and he instructed for his best, لصاحبه Abu Bakr an ya'ummu bin nas. Ya'ummu yakun imaman lin nas. Ya'ummu is to be imam, to lead the people in salah, right? Ya'ummu nas. وسمع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من حجرته أو من غرفته سمع. So he heard سمع صوت عمر بن الخطاب. He heard Umar ibn Khattab leading salah, because they didn't find Abu Bakr, right? So the Prophet ﷺ said, Ya Abu Allah, right? Allah refuses. Ya Abu Allah, Allah refuses that anyone precedes Abu Bakr in the salah. After him, when he was sick, he said, I want Abu Bakr to lead salah. So he said, Ya Abu Allah wa Rasulahu, and his messenger. So Allah refuses, his messenger refuses that somebody else leads salah besides Abu Bakr. So that's one of the indications that people say that they say that the Prophet ﷺ selected him. So here, so Ya'ba is refuse. Ya'ba illa. So now illa. So here, if you don't have illa, you will say وَيَأْبَى أَنْ يُشَارِكَهُمَ الْعَمَلْ بِنَفْسِهِ بِيَدَيْهِ. So when he refuses to take part, يُشَارِكُهُمْ, to take part with them in the action by his own hands. But the word illa. So he refuses, except, right? Except, so it changes what he refuses. So he refuses, right? But except in taking part in collecting the wood as well. So ya'ba illa an yusharikahum. An yusharikahum. An yusharikahum. So now I want you to circle the an, alif nun, an. Okay? Underline the word, the verb yusharikahum. We know that the present tense verb, it has a dhamma, right? Yushariku. Yushariku. Right? So here, now it says yusharikahum, ka, fatha. Why? Because it is preceded by an. Okay? Whenever an comes before a present tense verb, it changes the last vowel to a fatha. Okay? And now, so I'm just like, without writing all this information, just so you can give you hints, right? And then those things we can learn as we proceed. يشاركهم العمل, work, right? بنفسه, by himself. بيديه, with his own hand, right? بيديه. لكي يصبح. Now you have لكي, right? Okay, so underline likay.
In order.
Right? Good. And or circle likay, and then put a line under the present tense verb. Yusbiha. Same rule. See, as a fatha, it should be yusbihu, with nothing preceding it. Yusbihu. So there are some letters, right, that change the present tense verb from dhamma yaktubu, yamsiku, right? It changes to an yaktuba, an, right? Yamsika. So here, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, لكي يصبح له الحق في طعامه. And yusbiha meaning that so that he can yusbiha so that he can earn yusbiha so that he can earn, right? Yusbiha lahu, the right, right? Yusbiha so he can earn the right, lahu al-haqqu, so that he can earn the right, fi ta'amihi, ta'am, his food, fi ta'am, in the food, he, going back to him, for him, in the food for him. Ta'amihi. So here fi, you circle fi, and the noun ta'am, right? Ta'am, put underline ta'am, and then you circle the kasra under the meme. Ta'ami. Fi ta'ami. So it has the kasra because before the noun is fi. Okay? Now, last week, there was a very, even in the little years that I studied Arabic, right? The little years that I got a chance to learn a little bit, we came across, right, this. Okay, we came across this. So the rule is, let's put the noun tashrabu, right? That is the present tense verb. Present tense. Tashrabu. Now, this is our focus. If you put, for example, here, lam, it changes it to tashrab. Lam tashrab. When you put la, la tashrab. The question that, right, the little light bulb turns on with a question, not with understanding what it means, right? With the question. لماذا لو يكون مجزوم, right? مجزوم, right? The لماذا عندها الفعل عنده كسرة. The answer is لأن, if there was one sukun followed by another sukun, then it is difficult to read. لا تشرب. There's no a'ihum. So how will you start? Right? So you can't read it. So to make it easy, put the kasra. لا تشرب الماء. So التقاء الساكنان جعل الفعل المضارع أن يكون مكسورا بالكسرة. Okay, so I had to look that up. I had to look because I was like, why? Like this is, it goes against all the rules that we learned. We know that lam makes it fatha, lam makes it sukoon, and without lam or lan or likay, then it has dhamma. But now it has a kasra, and it's not a noun, and the noun is the one that goes kasra majroor. So see, so it makes sense. But when you learn all those rules of fatha, sukoon, and fatha, sukoon, and dhamma in the present tense verb, right? One doesn't have fatha, so there's like 6 letters: an, lan, la'alla, likay. There's 6, right? And then there's also the one that makes it majzoom: lam, la, nahi, lam, la nahi. La nahi is like no of don't do, right? La nahi. So that's what it is. Just wanted to shed some light. So when you look on page, see, that's why on page, look on page 104, 104, when we had the tarakib, mulakhas al-tarakib, right? Mulakhas al-tarakib, 104, 104. You see, this is why I kind of, when I looked at number 4, right, number 4, la ta'kul, has sukoon, right? No, but it has sukoon. Separately, if you read it separately, la ta'kul, at-ta'am, la tashrab, al-ma, la. Okay, so, but the rule is, if you put it together, it should have been together, and in these examples, that note should have been put on the book, right? As a side note, like the reason it is kasra is because of this. So that makes it easy, because many people learn these things that فعل المضارع مرفوع وعلامة جره الضمة، فعل المضارع مجزوم وعلامة جزمه. No.
So like this number 4, the first one, if you put it together, that whole you put a kasra.
لا تأكلي الطعام، لا تشربي الماء، right? Oh, الماء, الحليب. You can, I'll just make it up. You can drink water too, right? You're not gonna say لا تأكل الماء, right? Don't eat the water, right? Because we don't eat water, we drink. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you. And then here, Ya ayyatuha. This is a little poem in the bottom. Ya ayyatuha dunya isma'i. Ya ayyatuha dunya isma'i. Ya ayyatuha, oh world, listen to me. Ya ayyatuha dunya isma'i. وأنا علي جمع الحطب. And upon me is also to carry the wood or gather wood. So he's basically humbling himself to the world, saying, "Oh dunya, oh world," right? And he's in the statement, in the paragraph, right, or in that page, he was saying Sayyid al-Khalq, right, the master of creation, or the last messenger. So look at the status that he's being given, but look at how he brings himself down. He's not a Sayyid al-Mursaleen, right? But he says, Ya yatuha dunya, oh world, is also upon me to carry the wood. He's not thinking of himself as Sayyid al-Malik or none of that. So let us proceed, inshallah. Page 2. You guys are awesome, mashallah.
I thought we only have to do page 1.
No, we do it now, inshallah, together. Don't worry. This is, see, there's ta'aleem, there's learning, ta'aleem and nadari, right, nadari, from the book, right, that you just read and learn, and, you know, but there's also a ta'aleem and tatbiqi, like implementation. It's like we studied the science of hadith, right? Sanad, matan. But now take the science and open a book of hadith and try to implement it, right? Why is this hadith da'if? Right, now you need a lot of different things, right? So this is implementation. So this is what we're doing is tatbiq al-ta'lim, implementation of what we're learning, right? Practical. Okay, قال أبو هريرة. ما معنى هريرة؟ يا أيها المسلمون.
Cats. Father of cats.
Good. Hurra is cat. قطة. Abu Huraira, the father of cats. لماذا يسمون Abu Huraira the father of cats? What was his name? What was his name? His original name? His original name is not Abu Huraira. He didn't really have a cat as a son. Huh? MashaAllah, we hear thousands in our track record, in our history. Thousands of hadith have been related to us. You know, Abu Huraira said this, Abu Huraira, right? We don't even know his name. Imagine come. Right? It's okay. His name was Abdul Shams.
The worship of the sun.
The worshipper of the sun. Right? That was his name. Abdul Shams. And the Prophet ﷺ said that you're going to be named Abdul Rahman. Right? You're going to be the servant of the most merciful. Right? See, Ar-Rahman. Now we have Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. What is the meaning of Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim?
Most beneficial, most merciful.
Okay. They both come from mercy. Right? And the root word is what?
Rahima.
Rahima.
No, Rahima.
Rahima. Right? Rahima. So this word Rahima is the same. What is that? Rahim. You know what Rahim means? Womb.
What is that?
Womb.
Womb.
Womb. The mother's womb. Okay?
Arham.
Right?
Arham?
No. Arham is the family relation. The wombs. The wombs are plural. Arham is so Rahim is so it's the same root word. So it's from there that's where it emanates also mercy. Like the mercy of the mother is incomparable. Right? So look at that word. So here, Ar-Rahman, Bismillah, with Bismillah, not in the name, Bismi, with the name of Allah. So you're starting with the name of Allah. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, right? The most merciful to the creation, right? And that includes all. Right? Muslims, non-Muslims, everything. Ar-Rahim, and also the merciful, the most merciful, the compassionate, right? To his worshippers. That's specific. To those that worshipped him, that's specific. Ar-Rahman yashmal. But Ar-Rahim is khas, is special. Right? It's special. So I just wanted to make that point. So here, قال Abu Huraira. So he was called his name was Abdul Shams, and then was named Abdul Rahman, and he was nicknamed Abu Huraira because he always used to walk carrying a cat. He always used to be carrying a cat. So they named him Abu Huraira. When you see Imam Isa Parada, say Abu Huraira. He used to have cats in Medina. Imam Isa Parada. So when he's going to come this month, inshallah, for the 4th Friday of the month, evening with an imam or scholar, so you just say, Imam Isa, please do me that favor. in a good way. We play around like that. Imam Isa, is it true that they call you Abu Huraira? Just say that. The next thing that's gonna happen is he's gonna look at me and I'm gonna smile. That's it. That's the way we do it. Sometimes even in the middle, we're sitting together in a panel in a presentation, and I throw a joke inside. Nobody knows what's going on in the audience. I throw a joke and he's like, relax. That's me. So قال أبو هريرة دخلت معنى دخلت
Entered.
I entered. دخل past tense. دخل. When you say I entered, you put the ta. دخلت. دخلت أنا. That's what it means. دخلت أنا. But you don't say أنا because the ta means أنا. دخلت. دخلت السوق. دخلت السوق. I entered the market, right? مع
With
Rasuli, right? Why Rasuli? Why does this noun have kasra? Good, see we implemented tatbiq. Right? Ma Rasuli. Right? Because we typically say Ma Rasulu. No. Right? Ma Rasuli. Ma Rasulillahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Li nashtari. Li nashtari, right? So that we can buy. Li nashtari. Or for the buying. Right? For the buying. Sarawil.
pants.
Huh?
Pants.
Sarawil, pants. Very good. Sarawil. Yes.
What's that?
Sarawil.
Kameez.
Pantalon.
Pantalon.
Sarawil, pantalon. Pants. Sarawil. Now, they used to wear also the, what do you call that, Brother Yusuf? Shaykh Yusuf, what do you call that? What do you call that? You know that movement?
Dhoti.
You're in Bangladesh, what is it?
Dhoti, lungi.
Lungi.
Saruk.
The lungi in they used to use it in Arabian too. The izar.
Wizard.
The izar. No wizar. Wizara dakhliya, no. Izar.
No, they call it wizard.
No.
Wizara, they call it wizard.
Izar is that cloth that is like a skirt, right? And they used to wear sometimes even under the garment, right? Yeah, like the pajamas, right? So here, دخلت السوق مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لنشتري سراويل فوثب البائع إلى يد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
What is
Wathaba. So he went ahead, right? He tried to bend down, right? ليقبلها. So he went to try to kiss the Prophet's hand. Huh? No, the seller tried to, yeah. So the seller, al-bay', right? The seller tried to grab the Prophet's hand and kiss it. Right? Huh?
Where's grab?
Yeah. فوثب البائع إلى يد, right? إلى يد النبي ليقبلها. يقبلها is to kiss it. Right? So here, فوثب, right? So he stretched his hands to try to grab the Prophet's hand. فجذف الرسول يده ومنعه قائلا.
So what about grab?
Yeah, so he went to grab. So he went to grab. So here فجذب رسول الله فجذب رسول يده. انظر إليه, look at me.
No, it's not Jadaba.
Huh?
Jazaba.
جذب. So فجذب ما معنى الرجل البائع عمل هكذا ورسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم جذب يده.
retracted.
Right? جذب يده. جذب الرسول يده ومنعه قائلا. منعه and forbid him, forbid him from doing that, right? منعه or avoided him from doing that. منعه هذا ما تفعله العاجم بملوكها. هذا ما تفعله العاجم بملوكها. So underline, circle the ba, muluki, underline the muluki, and also circle the kasra, mulukiha. So the reason it has kasra is because there's a ba, bimulukiha. وَلَسْتُ بِمَلِكٍ لَسْتُ بِمَلَكٍ. I am not a king. لَسْتُ is the same as لَيْسَ أَنَا بِمَلَكٍ. But here you don't say لَيْسَ أَنَا, you say لَسْتُ بِمَلَكٍ. إِنَّمَا verily I am. إِنَّمَا أَنَا رَجُلٌ مِنْكُمْ. I am a man from amongst you. I am a man from amongst you. This is what the foreigners, right? Al-Ajami, right? The foreigners, this is what they do to their kings. Right? So here, look at the tasawwur, look at the knowledge of the Prophet with his surroundings, the surrounding governments and surrounding nations, right? In those times, who were the two bodies? The Romans, the Byzantines, right? And the Persians. Those are the two main controlling powers. So he understood the way they used to rule. So he said, that is what the foreigners do. I'm just a man, like from amongst you. Again, showing another way of humbling himself. In the previous page, also did the same. See, this is called tatbiqi, practice. The Prophet did these things. He didn't say these things. He did them. Right? So he's with the people, he goes and he collects the wood. And then he tells them, and then the companions, they relate this. But he did it. Now here he goes with Abu Hurairah, going to the market, they go to buy, and a man comes and tries to kiss. Some of us might be like, okay, good. Sometimes some people go here. And then 100 people kiss their hands. Right? And the Prophet ﷺ said, no. إِنَّمَا أَنَا رَجُلٌ مِنْكُمْ. I'm a man from amongst you. وَيُوَاصِلُ أَبُو هُرَيْرَةَ حَدِيثَهُ قَائِلًا. يُوَاصِلُ وَصَلَ meaning yuwasilu is he proclaims, he relates, he shares, he makes connect. Wasala, yuwasilu, ittasala, he connects, he shares. So basically when Abu Hurairah tells us that, he connects us with that story. Yuwasilu Abu Hurairah, hadithahu. Hadith is his narration. Hadithahu qa'idan. Right? He's saying it out loud. Qa'idan. Hadith is a statement. We translate hadith as a narration, a saying, a recording of something that Prophet Muhammad said, did, or approved. Right? That is the definition. So a hadith is the recording. Hadithahu qa'ilan, when he said, وَأَرَدْتُ أَنْ أَحْمِلَهَا. So I wanted to carry the sarawil, I wanted to carry the pants that the Prophet ﷺ bought, right, as sarawil. فَأَبَى And he also refused. فَأَبَى أي, look at the meaning. فَأَبَى أي رَفَضَ. The same word, right? In the beginning it said يَرْفُضُ فَأَبَى, right? So here, use both interchangeably. فَأَبَى in parentheses, meaning A. When it says A, anytime you have a parenthesis and it says A, which means, so A means which? A, which means فَرَفَضَ. وَقَالَ, and he said. Man qala, who said? Who said? فَأَبَى رَفَضَ وَقَالَ صَاحِبُ الشَّيْءِ صَاحِبُ الشَّيْء أَحَقُّ بِأَنْ يَحْمِلَهُ. The owner of the thing is the one that has to carry it himself. The one that owns it, he carries it. But of course, there is exceptions, there is needs. You want to help. If you have a teacher, you want to help your teacher. If your parents are carrying something and it belongs, you want to help them, you go and you help them. That is still within the proper etiquettes. Still within the proper etiquettes. But here saying if somebody's able and has no excuse, even the person might not have an excuse, right? Your father might be strong enough to carry, but you want to, honor him, then you'll carry it. And he might refuse. But in this, you can battle with him and you refuse to say no. You want to carry it. And sometimes you gently, without causing harm, you might snatch it, right? And keep it and just carry it. That's the extra mile that we go. But if somebody is, like, I come and I have my book, or I have something that's mine, and I said, Elias, carry it for me. No legitimate excuse. Just like I'm a master and you're a servant. No. Right? So the Prophet was like, no. I bought this, I went to purchase something for me, and I'm going to carry it. So this is the, inshallah, next.
Sahib is owner?
Sahib, owner. Like for example, Sahib is owner. Sahib is owner. But now, Sahib al-Bayt. Sahib, owner of the house. Also Rabbul Bayt. Who's the man Rabbul Bayt? Rabbul Bayt, the father, the owner, the father. The Lord. Oh no, Sahib is, but here means the owner. So let us make, next week inshallah, I'll print the other page so that you guys can read more inshallah. Alright, don't worry.